What the fuck is the live button? This is odd. My brain just shut
Live on YouTube right now. All right.
Bet that.
There we go.
Yo. Let that boy rock for a minute.
I feel like I can stick to a hot 4.
That's it. Just 4.
my brain ain't working enough to hit you with 16. Maybe like 6 and a hook.
6 in the hook. That's all I want.
That's all. See, you just want to ad-lib.
That's it. Scalpers.
What up, though?
We out here. We get the Facebook Live jumping.
What up?
Another great hump day
What up?
in the DF Dub.
It's hot. It was hot today.
You know what? I am actually surprised. Well, no, I'm not surprised. Pleasantly surprised that
Humid.
the heat is sticking around.
It was humid as shit today, brother.
Yeah, shit. I'd be cooled up in that office. I'm on them 10 eyes again, so I don't be seeing. I barely step outside.
About that mug. In
Need
the
to.
middle of it in a parking lot. Like, let's go. And the sun just beaming.
You know what you do that's smarter than more? Well, probably all y'all do that shit now, all y'all auto adjusters. The motherfucking Nike Dry Fit undershirts. That shit saves.
Right
That's
here?
gotta save
No,
your
it don't.
fucking life. It
No.
don't save shit.
I end up having to put on 2. Depending on
Damn!
how bad the day is. Man, I done sweated through the dry fit
Nah,
and the work shirt. Oh, I just sweated through both of them in a good day.
And here I am. I'm like,
They better
step
than
ahead of the curve.
they
Shit.
better than rocking like a regular T-shirt or like a
Right, yeah, absolutely.
tank or something. But
Absolutely.
yeah, nah.
Yeah.
That might just be
Nah.
it just be a wet shirt like you at the gym. Like, damn.
Right.
Man, you gotta get home. You gotta peel that
You
mug
gotta
off.
peel that motherfucker off.
Ugh, this is
man.
gross.
Well, shit, another great week in the sports world. Football is in full stride on all fronts, whether it's professional, college, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we got a couple of things bubbling up in the NFL from a standpoint of more or less lack of cohesiveness in some situations. We had a tragic situation for a young woman golfer, Iowa State golfer, passed, and it was situation
That was crazy.
Man, real
like,
crazy.
On the golf course, like someplace that she probably considers her sanctuary.
Yeah.
That's her safe place, her zone, and to be killed in that place, middle of the day by some crazy dude who they're like, from the report, it's like they had like they're like homeless people, or like they're homeless, and they got like tents set up like outside the course line, or like kind of off the course in the woods or something. And him pretty much saying that he woke up with the intent of wanting to harm somebody, wanting to rape a woman, so that kind of thing. And then you're doing what you love to do. You're playing golf, and you're at that place, and this happens. So it's like
exactly. Yeah, that's just it's odd, it's sad, it's tragic. Every acronym. I mean, not acronym. Every adjective you can use is crazy.
It's just like I say, the story itself is crazy. Like it just kind of given the situation and where middle of the day, and
yeah, man,
people
it gives,
crazy
it gives
out
you
here,
the
dog.
chills in a bad way. To make a long story short, so to the family and the loved ones and the spirit of Celia Barquin, Rosamina, just however y'all can continue, Iowa State family, Big 12 family, golf family, however y'all can continue to, keep her legacy moving on, do that. And that's one of those situations that's, she was appreciated. And she was actually, I think she was from Australia.
Okay.
22-year-old woman. They had her visual tonight, as a matter of fact. But she was a foreign student athlete, and like you say, man, it's just something that's just not something you would think of. Iowa State football team have a sticker with the letter CBA on it that they'll be wearing this weekend, and so the Cyclone family is you know, more than full support of remembering this woman, and you know that's a very tight knit. That's a true sports athletic department at Iowa State. They got all major sports, and you know they wanted them. I mean, in this Iowa, they, you know, from a lighter sense, there ain't a whole lot to do in Iowa, so you know the community go rally around it too. So yeah, man, it's crazy. So came off a great boxing match I watched. I'm pretty sure you didn't watch it.
Actually, I did.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
I did. It was through other means.
All right.
You know.
We're not going to go there.
Yeah, you know, they ain't got to get into all that. But, yeah, I saw most of it. I was sitting, you know, between that, playing the video game. I was getting my 2K on. So. Yeah.
Oh, there it
is. You know, so that's what the iPad had to fight.
It's an easy Saturday, bro.
The iPad had to fight. TV had, iPad had to fight. TV had the Xbox going. So
don't worry about how.
Right. How is not the reason.
You're asking too many damn questions, and we don't trust you. It was a great fight though, and we'll get into that a little bit first. And you know, a couple other things. UFC, Bones Jones is suspended, but possibly can return.
Man, he always suspended.
I know the suspension part ain't even a surprise. This is the return part. That's like, oh, you didn't need to mention the first aspect of that.
Like,
you know, this motherfucker's
always suspended. Like, dog, exactly. Just stop. Like, man,
exactly. Yeah, this shit is hilarious.
Like, I know you on the juice. We know.
We know this, dog.
Man,
we know this.
You just consistently want, but people still don't want to see him fight.
Well, ain't no question about that. I know I am. I'm always a fan of the brother. I know he's one of the better. You know, he's one of the best fighters that they've seen in the history of UFC. You know, it's just. What's the use
of being a good fighter if you can't never be clean enough to fight?
There's no use. There's no use whatsoever. I get it.
You gonna go down as, man, he's one of the baddest dudes ever. But the last 6 fights that he tried to set up,
they kept Strawberry of UFC.
They kept having to be canceled because he couldn't qualify because he was, you know, on the stuff, or he had, you know, suspended or whatnot. Then what's the use?
On the motherfucking juice. Let's go into a little bit of music real quick. Kill Shot was released late last week. It was a lackluster
it's cool. I mean,
battle back, in my opinion, but it was cool. Like you said, it was cool.
It's rap.
Yeah, it was rap. It was, you know, it was
like like you say, no matter what Eminem do, he can't. He kill him. You supposed to kill him.
True.
You don't kill him. You lost to MGK. MGK gonna win regardless because not only did you put out a freestyle, you got him to respond, and now everybody talking about you. And I think he just released the album. So
and he's gonna be on tour at some point.
So yeah,
people gonna want to see MGK even more now if they he already got a following.
Yeah,
but he'll get other people who haven't really paid attention to him now, which is good. You know, it's all good for hip hop either way.
I like rap.
I'm cool with it. Yeah,
rap.
Period. I don't give a shit what it is. As long as nobody getting hurt, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, then rap, then go from there.
And Black released an album. I like that cat.
I like it.
I like that cat, man. East Atlanta Love. I think is that the full title of it? Yeah, East Atlanta Love Letter. I'm like, I know I'm missing something. He had a good album. Actually, Wale's album is vintage Wale.
That's what I need to check out.
Yeah,
people been saying that is pretty dope.
Yeah, and a couple of new artists out there. One No Name.
Ain't new. He ain't new. This is her second album.
That's new. That's 2 albums.
Look, dog. She's new probably to the masses. This is me and my man. Yeah, I kind of been up on her when her name was No Name Gypsy.
That's what it was. I was looking at it like I know that's who it is.
Her last album.
I'll be digging in that tonight.
What's her last album name? Wow. Her last album was called Telephone. Came out around this time last year.
All right,
and it was dope. I tried to go there. She was in concert here.
That was earlier this year.
It was late last year.
Oh, late last
after
year.
I came back from cat duty. And I went. She was at Trees and tried to get tickets, and that mug was sold out. And this was like 3 weeks before the show. I was like, "Damn!" So I was low key pissed about that.
It's hard as hell to just walk up into a show these days in Deep Ellum.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, in Deep Ellum, true. Because even the folks, just the residents of the neighborhood.
Yeah, but it wasn't even a situation to me. I wasn't, just trying to, like, only time I ever tried to possibly walk up, and I don't know why I thought this was going to happen, was last year when Thundercat was here.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. That was sold out like a month in advance.
It was so sold out. But, yeah, man, the note, like I said, it was about 3-4 weeks ahead of time. I was like, damn, whoa. Like, what? Hold up. Nah, this can't be right. Nah, maybe.
Bullshit.
I was like, whoa, this is something. Nah, I like her. She dope. She is dope.
Well, I'll be definitely checking out that No Name, formerly known as No Name Gypsy. I'll be checking that out. Another dope female artist.
Yeah, man, it's a quick list. 11 songs, 35 minutes. You can get in it, get out.
That's easy. That's
hop on the road. By the time you get to work in the morning, you'll be through it because you'll be in traffic 35 minutes.
That's a dope music. So get me in and out this shit.
Oh yeah, I'm all about that now. Like
somebody named Bad Baby released the album.
That's the Catch Me Outside girl.
Fuck
nope.
that. No.
That's a no.
Hell no.
Nope.
A couple other folks, Jag. I'm not up on Jag yet.
I've heard of him. I haven't really listened to a lot of his stuff, but I've heard of him.
Cap G. Young Boy Never Broke.
Nope.
And Russ. I still need to go back and listen to Russ.
I've heard Russ.
I'm pretty much gonna end it there. The Bun B album ain't new.
No, that came out last week.
Yeah, a couple.
Last week that
released with Kamikaze, as a matter of fact. But
that and also
Fire
dropped
in the Clouds. Currency.
Yep, I was just about to say that Currency released last week.
And not to go back too far, but I'm just sitting here scrolling through titles, recent releases and saw it, and then my boy Black Youngster had released back then too. The funny part is the only reason I'm saying this about Black Youngster is the fact that he curses hilarious. And so I find myself sometimes walking around my apartment cursing like I'm Black Youngster. Yeah, hoe, bitch. Shut up, hoe. You a bitch. And them be his lyrics. Them be his actual lyrics. And that's his ad libs. Hoe, bitch.
I be like, I cannot get into it.
I can't do it.
I cannot. I hear him and I be like,
damn, when I say
he makes a great video.
He's entertaining, period.
Well, no, that's because he normally got like half naked in it. Half naked chicks in all his videos. So the video be way, you just got to play the video, put the shit on mute because I don't really want to hear him talk or anything. Just watch the video, but I really don't ever really want to hear a Black Youngster song. That's just me though.
I tried, man. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. It's just not my particular choice of extra hood music. It's just not.
I like a lot of hood music.
I like hood music. Don't get me twisted. I like hood music. I just can't do that one. It's just a little less refined for me.
Yeah,
bitch.
Stupid dog.
I'm just telling you. I'm singing a song at this point.
Oh man.
Oh shit! I had to get that off of me. And I hadn't checked out anything in the R&B world. I'm typically not really in there. I'm not really listening to a whole lot of R&B, and so if I am, it's got to be like Thundercat or Black. It's got to be something like that for me. Like it's got to have a hip hop spin to it.
They don't really make R&B like 90s R&B no more.
Also,
a lot of your R&B is gonna come from people that are not super mainstream or known. You're gonna have to it's kind of like digging in the crates, but
true for like real soul
to get
music.
into your R&B bag. You gotta dig a little bit and be like, oh damn, I ain't never heard them, but they got a song that vibe. And you kind of go from there.
And I'm with that. Just just a matter of keeping your eyes open to it. But yeah, a couple of good albums that are out there. Whether you want to ride as hood as my boy Black Youngster, bitch. or have your
can I listen to this podcast with your kids in the car?
Nah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Oh, and this was two funny things when it came to my and he used to be one of my favorites, man. Jay Electronica. He had this little comment he threw out there on Twitter because in the Eminem response, he mentioned something about it was kind of like a analogy of something like if Diddy got Pac shot or something, and then at the end of it, he like, Diddy, you know I'm playing. You know, it's just one of those type of things.
Yeah.
And then that's gonna wrinkle some garments around the world. And then Jay Electronica is like, you know, da-da-da-da-da. Don't say nothing about my boy Diddy, and I get it. But Jay Electronica, you don't need to get in no conversations about rap music until you drop an album. This motherfucker had the nerve to drop a song he already released.
He dropped some?
Yeah, on Tidal.
No wonder I ain't heard it.
Bro.
Not that I don't have Tidal, but no wonder that I just haven't.
You might not listen to it as much as Apple. Apple Music, your joints.
Yeah.
So and him being a part of the Rockefeller family anyway.
Oh yeah,
so it's probably that.
Nation.
So
man,
the Shiny Suit Theory, he already released that.
Dog.
The shit with Jay-Z, he already released that.
I have told you time and time again that Jay Electronica is the deadbeat dad of hip hop.
Come see your kids, bitch.
We still sitting by the window like, man, he gonna come.
he gonna take me to the park.
He gonna come
and rap to me.
He gonna pick me up. He gonna drop that album soon.
Drop that album.
We've all been sitting by the window since 2011, since Exhibit C dropped. Which is still hard as hell.
Yeah,
don't get it twisted.
I still play it probably once a month.
Exhibit C come on, I'm still gonna rock out.
I'm gonna let it play all the way through. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I still go through the greatest of Jay Electronica. How he has the greatest of, I don't know, but that's just how great he is.
Because it's a mixtape with a bunch of verses and a bunch of
abstract ass
Twitter songs and SoundCloud songs he dropped, and just random verse here, verse there. Because he had the exhibit A, B, and C, and then he had a couple. And you be like, dog, man.
Couple collabs.
Yeah, like, man, Jay Electronica gonna get on.
Kill the game. Oh, the world's gonna be all better. He's gonna be the second coming to Nas. When he had all this shit.
When he was on, he had the joint he did with J. Cole, Talib, and Mos off.
That shit was hard.
Off the Reflection Eternal album, and hard. It was so long. I was living in Atlanta when that damn CD came out.
That shit was hard. That was
which lets you know how long ago that was.
That was a long fucking time ago. That was damn near 10 years ago, bro.
Yeah, because that was 2010. I was in my newer apartment at that point. So
I told the cat at the job, because I was listening to the Shiny Suit Theory. I was like, let me make sure this ain't what I think it is, and blah blah blah. Anyway, and he's from New Orleans. I just so happened to ask him, you heard of Jay Electronica? He said no, and I'm like, oh okay. I'll give you a slight little back. No, don't worry about it. So and then I gave him a slight little background, like whatever. Anyway, then what was the point of this whole story? What was the back? Because then the look you just gave me,
like,
how does a New Orleans person not know about Jay Electronica? Because he's honestly the best rapper to ever come out of New Orleans. He's the best rapper to Wayne is not better than Jay Electronica. Bar for bar. He's not.
You're going to have people ready to fight you. I mean, because you know how they hold.
I love Wayne.
You know how they hold what's the name in high regard, and Wayne
is the guy. I'm just speaking in I would say in terms of like content without just straight punchlines. Like if I went for like deeper content, I would go Jay Electronica every day, all day against most rappers. Honestly,
I'm still a Mystical man.
And that's fair.
Oh, snap.
And that's mad fair.
Mystical.
That's mad fair.
Mystical is my dude. Mystical is my dude.
I would put Currency right at third.
See, but you know why? It's a little bit, they're all three different.
Three different styles.
All four of them are all totally different rappers.
Fuck yeah.
You know, Lil Wayne is, my bars be some of the most abstract-ish ever.
It should be dope. It should be a point of preference.
I've heard one of the podcasts I listened to. He went through on their podcast. This was a couple years ago, and they did Lil Wayne, or he called them Tucci bars, and
Tucci bars.
It was Tucci bars. And
that sounds like an actual candy bar.
And he was like, once he read them, and you were looking like,
this shit sounds stupid as hell.
Like, people really think this is dope when he said it? Like, this sounds stupid as shit.
It does. It can. I'll put it like that. It can. Not all of it, but it can. Oh, it can.
Like I said, the funniest one that they pulled, it was like, watch me pull up with no roof because I would walk the dog and pet it or some shit like that. And exactly. Everybody was doing that. He was saying wolf. Instead of roof, he was saying wolf. Like wolf, like a dog barking. And everybody was like, one of the dudes on the show was like, this is like a nigga riddle.
Nigga riddle.
he was like, this some shit that you say to get into the club. Like, wait a minute. Like, I got to think hard about
this. If you don't say roof right.
Yeah, dog, it was wild, man. But yeah, no
roof.
People love
walk the dog. And
people love Wayne though. Like, people really legit have Wayne in their top 5 all time.
I know.
And
I know.
I don't.
I'm not.
That's not to say Wayne ain't dope.
No, it's not.
But he just ain't in my top 5.
He's not. He is not. He is totally not. All respect to Wayne.
Like, I remember when I figured Wayne was the worst one out the Hot Boys.
Ew.
Now this is I was in my
Wayne though. This is early.
Yeah,
Wayne.
It's super early Wayne.
He's a child.
I was like, man, I'm rolling with BG. I was rolling with Turk over Wayne. But Turk was the underdog, and I had that opinion. Like, man, he don't get no love.
I'm with you. BG was the cold.
BG was colder than Juvie. Juvie had better hits and better songs.
All right, there we go. Thank you.
But I thought BG was better.
Thank you for helping me through that. Yeah, because I was like, oh, wait.
A lot of times where like people will be like, this dude better than this dude. But this dude has better songs. Like, he made a better song because he got, but I could still just like this dude way better because I think he just raps better and his songs just not going to hit like other people's are.
100%. Yep, that's the hip hop portion of the show.
That's what we do.
That's a fact.
NBA real quick, just because, it's all season still, but a couple things. Elton Brand, the GM in
yes,
which kind of came out of left field. I'm like, I mean, I know he was like in their personnel department.
He hung around.
Like, he had been in Philly's personnel department. Yeah. I wonder, like, him as a GM. I want to see what it's gonna be. Just because you hadn't, like, that came out of left field. You didn't like hear about him interviewing to be a GM.
It was quiet. Yeah.
It's just kind of been like, okay, Elton Brand still doing this thing, and then I want to see what he gonna like. How can he improve Philly? Need a couple more shooters. Hopefully, Fultz gets whatever,
Yeah, hopefully he's becoming what we wanted him to be.
Yeah, because like I say, he he had the yips, or after he got hurt, his confidence was shook after that.
He said the yips.
Hey, dog, it's real for baseball players.
This shit is
baseball players and kickers, dog. Kickers, you start missing.
Shit, some quarterbacks.
Don't worry, we're gonna talk about the kickers from this weekend. But you start missing, and your confidence is gone, and everything that you've done for so many years, you can't do it no more. Dude in baseball years ago, Chuck Norman, he couldn't throw the ball from
he couldn't hit the first baseman.
Yeah, he couldn't throw. Yeah, he couldn't like throw the ball to the first baseman. Like, dude, what is this? Is something that is like muscle memory for you, and something happened, and he could not do it again. So
there's a chemical imbalance in your brain. It's something, because that's all it is. You can see the shit you want to do,
right?
And your body, and your mind, and your body ain't coordinating no more. It's crazy. So yeah, that, and then you also have
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler today.
Want to get out of Minnesota. Minnesota the most underachieving squad out there.
I agree.
Secondly, they are not going to do anything with Tibbs at coach, because Tibbs is going to burn his squad out because he plays them too many minutes.
That's his fucking reputation. That's not a good one you want to have.
Secondly, they pretty much just becoming the damn Minnesota Bulls, because you can sign D Rose again.
Bulls.
You got Jimmy Butler. You got Taj Gibson. You got but these are all dudes who play for him under when he was in Chicago.
They were talking about getting Noah too.
No, if they get I'm praying that they do, only because one of my homeboys is a Minnesota fan. And he used to always, the young Wolves. He was super. The young Wolves coming, blah blah blah. Cat, Andrew Wiggins, and I used to
jumped up the chart on the age.
And then I'm like, please let them get Joakim Noah, because they ain't the young Wolves. They is the straight up Minnesota Bulls or the over the hill Wolves. I got so many names for him.
Hell yeah!
And he's sick with
Minnesota German Shepherds.
Like, what's going? I truly believe what's going to happen is if Butler gets traded.
Mm-hmm.
Cat will end up leaving. I ain't gonna say it's gonna happen this year, but Cat will find a way to get out. And now Minnesota is back in rebuild, and now you're back possibly rebuilding around Andrew Wiggins again, which I keep saying that he's not a 1 or a 2. He is a third. He is the third piece of a squad.
Solid ass third piece.
Well, he's the third piece on that squad right now, because Jimmy Butler and Cat is your 1 and 2.
Yep.
But
He's that regardless.
Yeah.
He would have been that in Cleveland.
Yeah.
He'd have been that regardless. So, but again, that is not a fucking bad thing. It's not.
It's either that or Tibbs is going to get fired.
Yeah. I don't. Tibbs is gonna have even a tougher time now with LeBron in the West because he's pretty much the Lakers are gonna skip past them, and shit, they ain't gonna be able to.
It's gonna be them. I'm telling you what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Minnesota, New Orleans, and
Utah.
No, I think Utah better than them.
All right,
Portland. I think it's gonna be Utah. No, not Utah. It's gonna be Portland, New Orleans, Minnesota, and possibly Denver. Right there. That's that 4 at the end where they trying to
6-10.
Yeah, remember kind of how we talked about it last
probably
year.
Technically 7-10, honestly.
Because I don't think the Clippers are going to do anything.
Fuck no, they're truly rebuilding.
Well, that's one of the teams Jimmy Butler had on his list
to go to the Clippers.
but like
he also got the Nets and like the Knicks.
Well, like those are the 3 teams that have room for Max to sign in Max player next summer. Yeah, it's all money.
I'll go to New York.
I was about to say go to New York.
Fuck it.
Go to New York. Go to New York.
You could go there, be the second option.
No, what happened is this: he goes to New York, find a way to get traded to New York, or find a way to get to New York, and then next year, because they already talking about when they go into free agency next year, their 2 main targets are KD and Kyrie. Like I don't think they can get both of them.
Yeah, okay.
But you know, they're 2 main, but it's going to be contingent on if KD is going to opt out again.
Right. Yeah.
KD don't opt out, then it don't really matter. Then then I think Kyrie will become the primary focus. And Kyrie want to be in New York. Kyrie in New York would be kind of dope.
That's going to be huge.
That'd be kind of dope, actually, dog.
That's going to be big for the Knicks fans.
That'd be dope. Because then if he went to New York, it ain't like him leaving makes Boston worse. Boston kind of still remains Boston.
I agree.
You know, because they show that they can play without him. So you get Kyrie in New York, and then now you get Kyrie with Porzingis.
That's
so now
crazy.
you're giving him a guard. You giving Porzingis got a guard who can get in the ball, but now you can't just solely focus on Porzingis as being the best player
at all.
New York being exciting makes the league more exciting.
Yeah,
and with now to cap off your all of that analyzation. Is drop Jimmy Butler in that motherfucker.
Yes, you put that. Now New York got a squad that people want to go watch.
And New York keep that higher end of the salary.
Yeah, they're going to pay some money. They're going to pay some money.
They got the money.
They stay over the cap.
Yeah, they got the money.
They ain't been on the cap and they ain't been like they used to be.
First time I learned that New York always got the money when motherfuckers like Mo Taylor was getting biggest checks in their life.
Man,
and,
New York
and me, I love Mo Taylor. Him before high school, U of M, Clippers got drafted. I know Mo Taylor resume, but when I found out the money he was getting during those times, I said, this shit is crazy. Jalen Rose got big checks out of there. Eddie Curry got the big. Allen Houston was getting paid for fucking years.
Allen Houston actually earned his, though. But he
brought him back on the map.
Yeah, you had
he was a star.
Man, they had so many dudes that they gave money to.
Gave paper,
like dog. Y'all giving this dude how much money?
Gave motherfucking bread.
Like really, my G. Like,
hold on, this one of my homies. Come up, put him on speakerphone. What's up, Hood? Hey, we doing the podcast. What's up with you, baby? Ain't nothing, man. What you got to say about in the sports world?
Waiting for Cap to get back. That's all I know. I'm seeing Cap in there.
We was talking about the New York Knicks, though.
Never heard of them.
Hey, I know your B-Day coming up, man. Happy early B-Day to you.
Yeah, I sure appreciate that. Hey, I got a proposition for you. Holler at me when you get a minute.
My man, I got you.
100.
All right. Yeah, so the Knicks will be extremely exciting to watch. And who was the young kid they drafted this year? I know they got a guard.
Out of Kentucky.
There we go. I knew it was a guard. I just
dude out of
remember.
Kentucky. Because it was
Tim Hardaway back there.
Tim Hardaway, they paying him a lot of money.
Back to that again. They got bread.
They gave Hardaway a whole lot.
They got bread. It's the market.
Money.
It's the New York market. They got the money, baby.
They do.
So, but on the basketball side,
Kevin Knox.
That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Spider with the knock.
Man, Spider. The beauty of it, it's New York, man. Come on now, let's be real. And to see a dope ass point guard in New York, that's gonna make the kids. That's gonna bring the kids to the park.
Bro, hold up. You know what? Do you realize that in 2 weeks NBA starts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like preseason games start October.
I'm with it.
It's 2 weeks. I'm sitting here looking at because we talking about the Knicks. I just happened to pull up the Knicks because I was looking for their roster, and they have a preseason game on October 1st.
I'm with it, bro.
NBA is back. This is the best time of the year because you at that early October, you literally have every major sport going on the same time.
You know what's always that argument of which is the best time in all the sports? It's either now or fucking like March, April.
February, yeah.
February, March, April. That 90 days. Ooh, Super Bowl.
But only reason that
you say it's now
is because there's no football at that point. Because by that point, Super Bowl is ended, college football is ended. Only thing you have is you're getting ready for the draft, but the draft keeps moving back further so they can.
So it kind of knocks it out.
So because the NFL know what they're doing, they want you to talk about the NFL year round. So if
100%.
you got the Super Bowl in February,
without all the bullshit.
Then in March you got the combine.
Yeah.
April you got like mini camps and OTAs and that kind of stuff, voluntary camps, and then we got the draft in March, and then once you get to July, okay. Now we getting back to, fall camps. So they know what they're doing when they keep pushing that back. Plus, with the draft kind of moving around, if they put it in late April, early May, I think it's in April though. But
I believe so.
Now you're giving certain cities a chance for the weather to get better.
True.
So last year they had it in Philly. Year before that, I think last year they had it in Dallas. Last year was here.
Yeah, it was here. Yeah,
Year before that was in Philly.
Here you ain't got to worry about the weather.
True.
Right.
Year before that it was in Philly. Year before that it was in Chicago.
Right.
But Philly and Chicago can have that weather. You can have
especially Chicago.
It was nice.
Philly could be whatever.
Yeah, Chicago was the first year they had it to where it's like a big fan event.
Exactly.
And it did numbers. So they were like, that's why they started.
And I'm all about that because it's something that you could take your family to that's NFL related.
The draft.
That's cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap. But and also the draft is it's the one time a year that everybody feels good about their team. It's that new hope. There's that everybody 0-0. Everybody, hey man, this our year.
This our year,
we
baby.
Got it. I'm like that every year. Every year, Ryan.
We go do it.
Go to my closet, grab my Honolulu blue, and let's get it.
Honolulu blue.
Hey, we gonna do this?
Man,
we gonna do this?
No.
I'm about to say.
No.
I'm about to say.
No. I'm about to 5-stone forward. No, we not.
I'm about to say a certain team I know they also got some problems.
They got some big problems. I'm gonna talk all about that shit.
Okay. Just make sure. Make sure.
I don't care nothing about that shit you telling me.
I'm just saying.
So with that being said, NBA about to roll over. That's gonna be a very happy time for me.
Yeah.
And then I gotta get the NBA TV package. I gotta do all that. And
I do too.
The last thing I'll say about the Jimmy Butler piece, the first team that jumped out to me was Milwaukee. That was the first team that jumped out to me.
He ain't going to Milwaukee, doggy.
And he ain't, but
I'm already in Minnesota. Yeah, I ain't going to a market smaller than that.
Yeah, exactly. It just because that was the talk before. And then he actually
ain't got the money for it anyway.
Right, but it was just a point because they brought it up before.
Yeah, like teams where he would fit.
Yeah, but that's when he had the that's when I think because it made more sense where they were. Teams didn't have time. They didn't have space to sign anybody at the moment. So, like, at that point, Melo was still in New York.
Right.
LeBron was in Cleveland. All the cap space was pretty much to the tip top, and they were signing who they would go sign. But now, shit, he got damn near the pick of the litter. Don't take your ass to L.A. and fuck around with one of them Kardashians and your whole career shot to hell. You gonna tear an Achilles and your motherfucking bank account in one game. Yeah. Don't do it, Jimmy Butler. The Butler. Take your ass over to New York.
Yeah, stand up. Get back to the East.
Find you a woman with some Tim and some blunts in their motherfucking purse. Nigga, you gonna be cool. Your career gonna be fine. She just got the rappers. She ready.
Man, the East. I mean, I still think the East is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because now you don't have a dominating, like the Celtics are probably your most dominating team.
I agree,
but you don't got nobody who you just gonna we penciling them in because Toronto. They traded DeRozan.
Wants to see what Toronto's gonna do.
Dude, you traded DeRozan for Kawhi. I think
it's about a wash.
I think you upgraded because I think you get more defense.
You get more defense,
and you get somebody who's reliable in the fourth quarter.
Not just the fourth quarter, but the fourth quarter in games that matter.
Yeah. Now you still
we got to remember these motherfuckers are top guns in the East all year, and the 2 seed the last 2-3 years.
You still got Kyle Lowry, we know he ain't gonna come through clutch. He gonna disappear. He didn't really.
Is it bad that I want to stab Kyle Lowry with a spoon?
He didn't disappear as bad this year as he has in the past.
Nah,
but
not as bad.
He has that stigma of he kind of gonna shrink. But
when does he shrink? When he play LeBron. When Toronto play LeBron, all the Drake album spins go down. It's a wild time in Toronto. KFC don't sell as many fries with the gravy on them and shit. It's all kind of shit.
Fire.
They fire as motherfucking.
Poutine
change your life. Change your life.
Used to get them from the Burger King on the other side of the tunnel.
Yeah.
In Canada. Yeah, man.
Y'all be laughing at Detroit.
They made them shits with love.
We had direct access to motherfucking fries with gravy on them through a tunnel. Real shit. But I digress. Point of the matter is, Toronto, like you said, upgrade. Kawhi, if he's 100% Kawhi, head in the game in the whole nine, they still right at the top of the East. Because it ain't much else changed. Depending on the role players, Ibaka, Van Fleet.
The coach, too.
Yeah, you got a coach that you don't really.
New coach.
Yeah.
So it could be a bigger difference than what I'm thinking. Which also, shit, I wonder how the Pistons going to do with their coach now. Is he that? We're going to know how good of a coach he is.
We still got Reggie as our point guard.
God damn it!
Holler at me when he gone. I mean, people like Reggie. I don't know why, but
people like Reggie because Reggie could go hoop in a rec league and put up 40 a night. Yeah, that's cool, dog. But
we're not playing in the rec league. We're playing in the league. It's
the NBA. Reggie Jackson can play basketball. Nobody's ever doubted that he can play fucking basketball. He's a great ball player. Reggie Jackson does not need to be a fucking point guard anyway.
Not your focal.
A 6-man. Reggie Jackson be a dope ass 6-man,
which he didn't want to do in Oklahoma City. Well, he also hated Russ, but
that's different. That's different. That's a whole nother. Yeah, that's a whole nother novel to that. But
yeah,
Reggie Jackson does not need to be a ball dominant point guard. Pause. He doesn't. He just doesn't. So I don't know how it's gonna work out. We're gonna figure it out. I didn't mind Ish Smith at the point personally, at just the point per se. So a lot of interesting things gonna happen in the East. I believe the Celtics will be the Celtics.
The
Heat will be really good to me. I think the Heat will be good. What
are you considering good?
6 seed.
Okay, so they'll be what they were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that's pretty good.
So you just saying you think they're gonna be that because they about to get Dwayne Wade last hurrah.
The energy, but not Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade is done.
Then who you saying is carrying them?
Shit, the whole rest of the fucking team.
So Goran Dragic and
Hassan Whiteside, Goran,
Wayne Ellington.
Wayne motherfucking Ellington came resurged.
Since Hassan Whiteside got his money, he has dropped every year.
Well, he's still a 15-8 guy.
And he don't get burned in the fourth quarter because he unreliable.
Well, look, I didn't really need you to talk to me like that.
I'm just saying. I just wanted to see if that was the horse you was about to hitch up to.
Not
Whiteside.
Not hitch up, but he's a solid ass piece to the starting lineup.
Yeah, if he focused on wanting to be there, dog. In which I don't know if his mind is there.
Yeah, I don't think so. Within the last couple weeks too. One of the last topics we'll do NBA related. This motherfucker. Embrace yourself, Andrew Bynum. It's called doing drills.
Why?
Running full court drills.
He needs money.
Thank you. I'm broke. I'm trying to get on somebody.
And cut that bullshit out his head.
The mushroom cloud, whatever he had.
The fucking toadstool.
Yeah.
Toadstool off. And you know what I hate so much about it is I actually had a heart for that. Like, fuck, this used to be at a point my favorite center for a small blip.
Really?
Up and coming center, I'd say. Because the Dwight Howard thing was kind of like fading, and you just got off seeing like dominant big fellas.
Yeah.
Whether it be center power forward from Shaq, KG, Sheed, Tim Duncan. Well, Duncan was still dunking at the time. But the point is, you were still accustomed to seeing some dominant big fellas in the point in which the game was changing to positionless basketball. But
out there looking like the Hawks, everybody on the squad 6'6" to 6'9".
Correct. And their shit is backfiring like a motherfucker. They tried that.
They are trash.
The Hawks are super trash. But so still to say, okay, not NBA. I think Andrew Bynum would do well in like China. He'll do well in,
Big
a
three.
German league. Nah, he need to go to one of them other countries. He's only 30. He only 30. He need to go to some other country and ball his ass off.
He didn't care though.
Ain't nobody gonna hit that way. Ain't nobody gonna.
I think another country would do it just because of his name and his resume.
You don't think other countries been trying to get him for the last I don't know how many years
Somebody
when he was still probably fresh?
Right. Nah, that shit. How fresh was he though? Mentally shot. Not all totally his fault. A lot of it is circumstance, and then you got probably no mentorship within his life and this and that, and the motherfucker just sometimes people just lost it. When they talk about mental illness, imagine having tens of millions of dollars in your bank account and you fucking 21. Your ass go crazy.
Hell yeah.
And that's what the fuck he did at about 25. No, earlier than that. It was probably like 20, no more than like 25. He started fucking losing it. He went over to Philly after LA, and LA started noticing shit early. His ass went over to Philly. That motherfucker started going really losing his mind. And I think he had an injury at the time too.
Yeah, he had a knee injury and then got caught bowling while he was fucked up and fucked himself up again. His hair looked crazy as hell. He had 2 NBA championships by that point. It was just a weird time for a guy that's 7 feet fucking tall and never had a life to himself. He went to the Cavs for a little while too.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
He did. That's true.
That's true. Hurt.
That's true. The knee was probably still fucked up. But when it's all said and done, I would like to see him continue to play. I just don't think he's NBA caliber at all whatsoever. Even looking at them drills, you ain't jumping on near as high, bro. You're just
looks
not.
like
I don't think he fit in the league no more because the league
it done changed so quick.
It don't utilize centers who can't move.
Yeah,
you're not running your offense through him. Letting him get in the post and big man slow it up. That ain't the game no more. And he definitely can't get with a team who gonna run. Like, man, he couldn't get with a Portland, a Houston, or a damn Golden State. Man, he got there and slow the whole squad down. They been out there ran a break. He's still on the side of the court. Yeah, like this, dog. Just stay on defense. Don't even come through the offense. So
but I found that to be interesting. I'm still rooting for the kid. Because of one play in particular. When Shaq dunked on him. And then he came back down and dunked on Shaq and bumped him. I was like, in my mind, I was like, that's what I'm talking about, big fella. You gonna be one of the Laker greats. That shit is hilarious just saying it now. Because he had every bit of potential to be one of the great centers in LA. He had that.
He finished his career in Indiana.
In fucking Indiana.
I didn't even know.
He played 2 games.
Yeah,
exactly.
No.
I remembered it as soon as you said it. I said, damn, I remember seeing him in that jersey. I knew it was, when you said Cleveland and you said Indiana. That was all on him, man.
That was 5 years ago.
That was all on him. You know what? It's fucking mentoring. And probably just being young and hard-headed, too. I mean, we can't put it all
injuries,
on.
Once injuries get you and you
got a ton of money.
You can't do anything. But did he have a ton of money? I don't think he got broke off like that.
Well, you got to think what a ton of money is to a young kid.
I'm just saying, like,
I don't think he got. I think he got one good contract out of LA, but not that was it.
I can't remember.
So, but all of that being said,
NBA is heating up. It's almost that time.
It's 2 weeks. 2 motherfucking weeks.
We're gonna have shows of NBA, college football, NFL,
college
baseball
basketball.
will be getting into the playoffs. Hockey has started up already preseason.
It did. It really did. I swear to God, it did.
So
hockey really did. Hockey really did start up.
He made $70 million. Yeah, I went to the preseason start game last night.
I was about to say that. I saw your post.
I saw you post that. Yeah,
there it is.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
There wasn't anyone there though.
Oh hell no!
It was.
You could hear the players talking to each other on the ice.
Tickets was like $1.50.
Preseason hockey's gonna get no love. We know this. That's the bottom line.
Only preseason sport that get love is football because the games are so limited.
And you get a much cheaper ticket. Shit, take the whole fam.
Dog.
Shit, be like $50.
I was looking at tickets last night, just kind of messing around, and just on one site, just random sports and teams.
Yeah.
Baylor football. They trash right now. Mm-hmm. They play Kansas in like a couple weeks. I seen tickets for $9 in like the 100 section lower. Like, damn, I could almost be on the field. Like, they might be able to give me a helmet. I'm that close for like $9. And I sat there and said, I was like, if I didn't have nothing to do, or if Michigan wasn't playing, I would sit there and take that hour and a half drive to Waco just to say I went to the game at Baylor Stadium, because their stadium is dope and where it sits is dope. Yeah. But I was like, I would put the gas in the whip, ain't costing me nothing, and pay the $9, pay the $10. I pay the $5. I got to pay I pay the $5 to go watch. It's Baylor in Kansas, but
fuck it.
For $5,
Shit, Angela hyped up over Mississippi State and Kansas right now.
Really?
They got like a watch. They got like an alumni watch party thing going on this weekend. I saw a post about it.
No. They're playing Kansas State. That is different.
State. Okay. Oh, my
Kansas
bad.
State is actually decent.
I ain't see the state part. That's on me.
No, they don't play them this week. Hold up. Mississippi State plays Kentucky.
Kentucky, my bad.
Oh, my bad. That's a real game.
Kentucky good this year?
Kentucky 3-0.
Oh, fuck.
And they beat the brakes off. I ain't gonna say beat the brakes off, but they beat Florida earlier this year. Kentucky got some talent. They got a running back. I think his last name's Snell. He legit. Kentucky. Their quarterback is a transfer from, I think, Oregon. Almost positive from Oregon, but their quarterback and running back. Oh yeah, Kentucky. They're not gonna contend for the East and the SEC, but they're gonna give people fits. They're gonna be that team to be like, damn, we cannot.
That's a problem.
We can't do them like we normally do Kentucky football. We gonna have a fight on our hands. So yeah, that Mississippi State Kentucky game is gonna be a game this week.
Damn, that's
a game. That's a 6 p.m. game on ESPN too. That is a game that if you checking out some random that's one to watch.
Yeah, last couple of things NBA wise, the Dallas Mavericks front office probe is making some traction, and it's not looking good.
Got to pay $10 million.
Yeah, $10 million out of Cubans.
Which means it was more than that.
Pocket.
Well, the NBA can only fine him 2.5. Max.
And thank you for that, Spider, by the way. And then LeBron, Ryan Coogler team up for the next Space Jam. That's gonna be some interesting to see.
It's gonna be you and Mason there going crazy.
So what?
You gonna sit there? Are you gonna show him the first Space Jam first?
Yeah, we gotta do the first one.
You gotta then be like, yeah, this is where they got this from. You gonna be that? They gonna be that guy?
I got to. And he got to watch all the Star Wars. He got to start at the beginning.
No, because
Lando Calrissian.
You gotta sit there and get your teach him early why Jordan is Jordan. LeBron, you got to do. See, LeBron just want to be Jordan because Jordan was the first Space Jam.
Yeah, let me start you over. Michael Jordan Playground. All right, let's go, baby. All right.
You gonna sit there and watch Come Fly With Me next?
Come Fly With Me, Michael Jordan Playground. The bloopers, NBA bloopers. You got to watch the bloopers.
They need to bring them back. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna put them on.
It's always on Instagram, baby.
Because you can't like.
it's all Shaq and a fool now.
No, I'm saying like, remember they used to sell the tapes like the blooper tape. Yeah. You can't really sell those no more because I don't know people ain't gonna buy them. I used to sit there and watch NBA Below the Rim.
Shaq and the Fool.
I used to watch with all the point guards. I used to watch that shit religiously, dude. Sitting there watching Kenny Anderson kill people in the
Man,
in the league.
Shit, we gonna have to go through that one day.
Oh no, don't worry, I got you.
So we got that going.
Shoot the college football real quick.
Let's do it.
Man, Texas got a big win last week since we live here.
That was
Texas
big.
got a big
That
one.
was
They
big.
beat
USC. Terrible.
The USC is terrible right now. They're starting a freshman quarterback.
It was a notable. But
win. It's a big win for Texas because
there you go.
they have not been getting these wins. They first week they lost to Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
2 years in a row they lost to Maryland. Now you come back. USC is still a name. USC still, did their thing last year. Now of course they lost their quarterback, so they kind of in a rebuild. But the Texas coming out and playing like that, you're like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Herman might have you see why they brought Tom Herman in, and it's just taking a little bit longer to click. But you like, okay, Texas might have a shot. And another if Texas is good, it's better for the Big 12 because now you always need your big boys to be good. You need Oklahoma and Texas to be good. You need Michigan and Ohio State to be good. You need in the Pac-12, you need SC to be good.
You need Oregon to be good.
Yeah, you need that's your two. But you can kind of get by with Stanford is always good.
True.
Stanford, I don't think Stanford just pulls people in like that because people just look at Stanford and Stanford they're so elite and select of people that can get in.
Is it technically the Harvard of the West?
Yeah, I don't think people. When you look at Stanford, you don't really want to play for Stanford, though. You like Stanford is a great school. It's a good school, but they're kind of boring. They beat you to hell on the field. They run over you, but it's Stanford. There's nothing exciting about Stanford.
Not at all.
You hear USC. USC has always been hype.
It's a
show. Stanford don't give you that. Oregon, it's a show. Fastest squad. On turf. They get out there. They got uniforms. They got this. They got that. And Oregon is kind of falling off last year and this year, and it'll be interesting to see kind of how they get back to being what they were. Because Oregon, they built organically. They in the early mid to late 90s, and you just kept seeing them grow and grow and grow, and you're like, damn. They got the Nike money behind them, so of course. But you saw them, and then they kind of fell off. UCLA, they rebuilding because they starting off with Chip Kelly. You got a bunch of players that don't fit his system, and that's whenever you get a new coach in, and it's a total system that you implement and change, you're gonna struggle the first year. Florida State going through it right now. Willie Taggart, he's more up tempo, more speed, more spread offense,
and they got to catch up.
And Jimbo Fisher was more pro style offense. Well, you got a bunch of players who can't play Willie Taggart speed, and I don't think it's that right now. I think Florida State is just that their offensive line is just so terrible. Like this year, you are seeing it. It is a lot of bad offensive line play throughout college. Both the teams that are struggling, that's the first thing you see them struggling at is on the offensive line. Florida State, offensive line.
Fresh off the snap.
Michigan, offensive line struggles. USC, offensive line struggles.
Which is not, honestly, that type of struggle isn't truly uncommon in college football. The biggest thing is after you get through this weekend, do you tighten up or not? And that's when you know who's, aside from, of course, right now, aside from Alabama, aside from Clemson, aside from
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
Ohio State.
Where you look at a lot of these teams and the rosters have sophomore, juniors, and seniors on the line switching out and all of that. Some of these, you got to take it for what it is. A lot of teams are bringing in kids from high school, period, or they're bringing in transfers from programs that aren't necessarily providing the talent or the skill set.
But you also
they got big athletic kids.
You also don't get enough time to practice anymore. Practice,
that's
they've cut practices, cut contact, so you don't really get a chance to hit in practice no more.
Yeah, and this is a totally
certain positions you need to hit. And
the line specifically.
Yeah, you kind of but if you're trying to not hit because you're trying to save your players from injury and being tired midway through the season.
Now, one game I will say was big on several fronts was Ohio State and TSU last week.
That game was good.
It was live as hell.
That game.
There was red shirts all over town too.
Man.
Oh yeah.
They had a shitload of people here.
What I saw was, damn, both of these teams got hella speed out here.
Yep.
Like warp speed. I'm looking like, dog. Oh, he ain't open. He gone.
Yep.
the kickoff trick play that they did that didn't count because he threw it was a forward pass on the lateral. Dude caught the ball and he was out. Like he wouldn't have been caught regardless. He took off. After that, Ohio State dude caught a pass, gone. Like,
ain't nothing you could do. So I wasn't surprised that it was a 12-point difference. It was going to be a matter of it was going to be a difference of touchdowns regardless.
Man, I think
so. To be 2 scores
TCU,
off, it still was a close game.
TCU had a couple plays in the third that I think if they convert, they may.
Yeah.
It may swing their. Well, no, they were up. Remember, I think if they.
That's right. They were up in the third.
Yeah, they were up. They make a couple of these plays, couple mental mistakes they had.
Yeah.
You may be able to kind of play the game and keep and just stay in front of Ohio State.
Right.
It seemed like Ohio State's like roster, just their talent in general was just a little bit better.
Oh no, yeah, they had way more talent because Joey Bosa got hurt and then the defensive line took off. Like, oh, okay, our best player hurt. We about to switch up what we doing. And the play after he got hurt, dude got in, like caused a sack and like, he caught the dude tried to throw the shovel pass. He blew the line up, caught the shovel and went and scored.
The quarter that killed it for TCU, period, was the third.
Yeah, the third.
Yep, because Ohio State scored 20. They scored 14.
Yeah, and they
scored 14, though.
But Ohio State scored that 20 quick. It was like defensive play. We get the ball back. We scoring again. Deep pass. Let's go. So
shit. Man, hell of a game. That was a good game to be down here, too.
Yeah.
And I had to be at AT&T Stadium.
Let's see, what else was last week? I'm trying to think of other games.
Really wasn't nothing else big last week. You got the Texas USC.
I mean,
and then
Wisconsin losing to BYU was big.
I called it.
That was
mistake,
big.
though.
Which I was mad that Wisconsin lost because that made the Big Ten look worse.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really like Wisconsin,
Absolutely.
so I don't care. I didn't care that much. But at this point in the season, you still want the conference to look good. Best game of the day was the best game was the TCU OSU game, but second to that was that LSU Auburn game.
Oh, hands down.
Because you're looking like, this defensive game went by a field goal. Notre Dame keep playing with fire.
That's about how that should have. That's about how that should have ended. That's about how that should have ended.
I thought Auburn would have came out and got LSU because I'm still ain't convinced about LSU offense.
That's why I say that's why I say that's about how that should have ended. Because LSU defense will keep your ass in the game.
They'll keep
you
you
need
in the
to
game.
be. I don't give a shit what year you pick. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not fully surprised about that. Now, week 4 coming up. Let me see here. Any big games?
Bama, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You see the line on that? It's Bama 20 or minus 27. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
No, I think A&M covered that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think, but Bama been out there blowing people out in the first and second quarter by 40.
Bama go Bama.
Like Ole Miss came out first drive, went deep on them, and you were like, okay, this game might be competitive. And then Bama went Bama.
Hold y'all horses, because motherfucking TCU and Texas this weekend.
I think Texas come back to earth. I think TCU.
But if they don't,
I think TCU realized like, okay, we let a big opportunity slip, and I
see what you mean. Yeah,
I think TCU comes back and get busy with it. Plus, they didn't own Texas the last 4 years.
I'm with you there. I could ride with that. Now, Mississippi State, Kentucky, like you said, 2 teams.
That'll be good. That'll be a good.
It's
game.
a night game, ESPN 2.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be big. That's gonna be a big game. A lot of coverage on that one.
That's Stanford, Oregon.
That's the other game.
There we go. I'm gonna take UT in that UT TCU battle.
I'm taking TCU.
I'm taking TCU all day.
I'm gonna take UT. I'm just gonna take UT. You got Oregon, Stanford.
I'm taking Stanford.
Arizona State and Washington could be a decent game.
That game was good last week. Also, like I say, I'm rooting for Arizona State because I wanted to see Herm do well.
Oh, absolutely.
It's crazy because they were out of the game and got back in it, and the play that pretty much cost that won San Diego State the game was a targeting penalty because the dude lit the receiver up. It was, you couldn't even argue this targeting call. It was like as soon as you saw it, like, yeah, that's targeting. But dude got hit so hard he fumbled. He had the ball. He caught the ball at the 1, which would have gave Arizona State one more play. But going to the ground, ball came loose. So you got hit with the targeting penalty, but that probably saved you the game.
Damn.
Like, dude got rocked, though. Dude.
So what's that game you said to keep your eye on?
You just said that. Dude said Arizona State and
Arizona State.
Washington is good.
Washington been playing solid this year.
Yeah, Jay Browning. You know, he ain't gonna get no Heisman consideration, but he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, Iowa, that'll be one of those super Big Ten matchups.
I agree.
It'll be like 17-13.
Oh, it's gonna be it's gonna be very orthodox.
Oh yeah,
don't get it twisted. This is gonna be really slow, first of all, and don't let it be drizzling a little bit. Oh, it's gonna be slow as fuck.
Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, that'll be a shootout game.
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
it's amazing that I've gone this long and I have not talked about Michigan, but we got Nebraska, but Nebraska's not good.
It's not worth talking about just yet. Not yet.
I'm waiting for us to like put a full game together. What pisses me off about watching Michigan right now.
You want to see this weekend. That's really what it is.
I do, but what's pissing me off is that we start so slow and we start so predictable every game. Like, I know Harbaugh wants to be this physical team and run the ball, and that ain't our strong suit right now. And
throw that motherfucker up.
Yeah, you got a quarterback who can actually throw the ball now.
Well, not just that, and one of the best receivers in the Big Ten. Period.
Let me see.
He's one of the best. He's top 10.
He young.
When you get the ball in his hand,
he could be a playmaker, but he's still like I said, he went busy. He got busy last week, but Don Peoples-Jones ain't like had no games where he's just dominated. He's just like he had a couple catches that he was super open on and he made plays with it, but like you ain't if it's in the clutch, I'm about to go to you. I'm sitting there doing a Calvin to you. Like, look,
that's true, but we've seen that with other receivers that came through Michigan.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but I'm just not ready to put him there yet.
No, and you know how you get him there? Give him the fucking ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, you got playmakers out there. Put the ball in your playmakers' hands.
Fact.
Do
Absolutely.
that, and don't be as predictable. Don't be Michigan. We're gonna run it on first down, second down, throw it on third. Yeah. I hate predictable football. Yeah. If I can sit there and be like, I know what they're about to do, or they scared, they worried about. Oh no, we just gonna run a draw play just to get off the field, let the defense possibly get us the ball back. I understand it as being like calculated and smart gameplay sometimes.
No, man.
I hate it because I'm
college football,
you know me. I'm like I take risk.
I'll agree to a big part of it has been living in this region. I'll agree to one effect. If you got some explosion in your offense a little bit, let that shit ride.
Like I sit there and see teams and I'm like dog, they out there throwing the ball 60 times. I wish we could do that.
The Big 12.
I wish we could just sit there and let the ball go. Let the
ball. The Big 12.
You ain't got to throw it 60 times.
And a lot of the SEC and ACC.
Throw it 35 to 40.
Damn near every fucking Power 5 but the Big 10 does that. Ohio State
throw it.
Michigan State will throw it.
Not as much as Ohio State.
No, not as much.
They conventional too, but
yeah,
like,
but they'll let that mother. They are not as conventional as Harbaugh.
Nah.
That Tony will pull the trick out of his ass, man.
Yeah, now, I mean, Harbaugh in the second half, he's been throwing the ball. But, dude, why wait till the second half to open your offense up?
I agree.
Get out there, jump on them early, and put your foot on their neck.
Let them know that you ain't
bullshit. Let them know, like, hey, we can come down the field and score. Don't let the teams get comfortable. That's
And get your team, get their confidence up early.
Right.
Show confidence in your QB, your receivers, your line, everybody. And then let your defense is what it is. Your defense is gonna be what it is.
They just got to cut down. They got to cut down on the mental mistake. Defense give up a lot of. They give up a lot of yards mainly because of penalties and stupid mistakes.
Oh, okay.
So you getting penalty, you getting personal foul penalty. That's 15 yards. You get stops on third down. You get a penalty.
And you can't afford to
do
that.
That kind of stuff. Well, you get away with.
Ball placement is a whole lot closer to the end zone
against a Western and a SMU. You won't get away with that against a good
Wisconsin.
No, yeah. You won't get away with that against Wisconsin. No. You got to get them off the field. Michigan State, you get them off the field on third down. You can't give them another shot. You saw that against Notre Dame. Notre Dame kept taking advantage of us having stupid penalties and to keep drives going. So,
absolutely.
But yeah,
let's do a little bit of boxing before we go in the NFL and get up out of here. So 12-round matchup, Triple G, Canelo Alvarez. My first thoughts. I was giving the fight to Triple G, not so much in the landslide, but in the standpoint of He's got a strong ass chin. Dude's like a fucking robot.
You know
Big
what this
puncher.
is. You know what this is. It's the setup for round 3. It's the setup for round 3.
I think it set itself up.
For the simple fact of you had the decision in the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got more controversy of people thinking that Triple G got robbed because he landed more punches.
Oh, it's totally set up for a third.
So it is truly, and I think it's set up for the third fight so that you can get more hype. Because this fight was going on,
hype, yeah.
but it didn't have a hype behind it because of everything that transpired.
The hype was in the original fucking date last May.
So I think, I think this fight, I don't think it happens in May during the normal boxing weekend.
Do it again, Mexican Independence Month.
I don't think it. You know what? It might though.
It could. It's enough training time.
But normally when you get
you better not say the fucking Mayweather Pacquiao.
No, hell no. When you get like a fight before this, like that major fight. So what I'm saying is, like, you would get Canelo fighting somebody, because now that he's got the titles, you would get him fighting somebody else.
I mean, you could,
instead of coming back to back fighting this fight.
You could. That wouldn't be totally against the logic of it. I would just say
that's the reason I was thinking like it wouldn't be in May, because I would think Canelo would get another fight in.
Shit, if it was 2020, I wouldn't be mad at that either.
Nah, man, I don't want to see that fight in 2020. 2 years later, bro.
It could be.
That's just like the
what
shit
if
we
it
did
like 2020 May?
No, that fight needs to be next year,
May.
Labor Day.
That shit need to be. He ain't go because if you talking about fitting another fight in there, Canelo don't need to fit another fight in there. He don't have to now.
But I'm saying, okay, you saying that long? Say Canelo go out and then he lose or some shit. He probably wouldn't. But what if? Because they'll set up somebody that he's probably not going to lose to.
Exactly.
But he go out there and remember all the time that went between Pacquiao and Mayweather, and then Pacquiao went out there and lost to Tim. Got robbed and got.
Yeah,
lost
that
fact.
Yeah,
Tim, by the time he fought Mayweather, it's like, well, Pacquiao already got L's on this list, more L's.
Well, he had shit. It wasn't just the Tim Bradley wasn't the one.
Well, that was the one you kind of was like, it's all about when that fight would have happened.
It was when Marquez laid his ass in the motherfucking canvas. That was the real problem.
Yeah, no. Also, nobody wants to see Pacquiao Mayweather again.
No, and
it's gonna happen though.
Oh, that shit makes me.
There's too much money into it,
dog. That shit makes my head hurt.
People gonna watch it though,
and I'm a fan of both. I was excited to finally see that shit happen.
I don't want to see too. You know what it's gonna remind me of?
What's that?
I don't want to see old ass boxers because that's how I feel when I watch Roy Jones still be trying to fight, and I'd be like, and they be like, Roy Jones gonna fight at the Texas College, this place warehouse or something. I'm like, dog, I got to go back on YouTube and watch old Roy Jones clips because
just to make you feel better.
I must have forgot. I needed a reason to say I must have forgot.
Really
I just needed one.
You did. I
but
can tell.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch it. Like, damn, maybe I'm like Roy Jones is so cold.
He was.
And now he out here fighting tomato cans and almost getting beat by tomato cans. I'm already got to
Roy
get
Jones as an announcer when he take his time. He has
don't let Roy get excited. Roy
Jones got to take his time. He got to speak with proper diction. Roy Jones, drink some water. Take you a nap before the fight.
Roy Jones get excited, boy. You ain't gonna know what the hell he talking about.
You ain't gonna know. First problem is he from Florida. That's the first issue.
Pensacola.
He from Pensacola.
Ain't he from Pensacola or like?
No, I want to. I'm about positive he is from Pensacola.
In that area, something like that.
Yeah. So that's the first issue. Is he from fucking Florida? Second issue is hair blows. And you put all that together with being 40 plus years old.
Roy be clean out there though. Have a tux on. We sit out there looking like a champ.
Roy Jones be looking like a champ for real. And
Roy Jones be sounding like the champ.
If he's going too fast, yes, he getting too excited.
You know what champ I'm talking about.
Yeah. So
Roy Jones be ready. Ready.
I'm ready. So, and he had a dope breakdown of the fight as well, shit. Where, and in my humble opinion, also there was no robbery of Triple G whatsoever. Canelo fought a more solid fight over consistent rounds.
It's just people look at the end of round and end of matches, and
you
they
can't
start
do that shit
Triple
with
G
12 rounds of
took
boxing, man.
10, 11, and 12.
Shit, that motherfucker took a good part of 7, and took the rest of that fight because Canelo legs looked suspect for several consecutive rounds. He still had flurries that kept him in the fight. So so it still made those other rounds earlier look really good. But rounds 1 through 6 for sure, that was all Canelo Alvarez, and a good portion of 7. And Triple G, not so much that he woke up because he tried to box him. Triple G tried to box him, but Canelo was using his aggression. He was actually moving Triple G backwards. He was walking him down several times coming into the rounds. And it wasn't overbearing to where it was like, all right, Triple G in trouble. But it was more so the optics of it is like, okay, I can see Triple G walking Canelo Alvarez down. That momentum push is not going to help him when it come down to points being scored. Right. And Triple G was getting facial shots and body shots landed on him. Still a great
Triple
fight.
G was just hitting. He landed more punches, but they're like, Canelo landed way more power
punches. Yeah, power punches and power punches, body blows took Canelo's game plan well into round 9, even though he wasn't as dominant in those later rounds. And what Triple G needed to knock him out. He just needed to knock him out. By the time the ninth round came, I said, if he don't knock him out, in my mind, he's not gonna win this fight. And that's ultimately what happened. So part 3, yes. And we also got to keep our eyes on Errol Spence and Sean Porter, which was also the weekend prior, where Sean Porter defeated. Who did he fight? Sean Porter. Anyway, point of the matter is the result of that is Sean Porter, Errol Spence.
Danny Garcia.
Thank you, Danny Garcia. Dope fight. We talked about it briefly on the last episode, but Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. Now it's gonna be Errol Spence, Sean Porter, and that's probably gonna be our May fight. To be honest with you, that's probably gonna be our May fight, whether it's in Brooklyn or Vegas. And third choice might be here in Frisco, but it depends on the promoter side of it. They're doing.
I think that fight.
They're doing only reason I say it because they're doing UFC fights out of there already.
Out of the Star?
Errol Spence got the upper hand. It could happen. I'll put it that way. It could happen. It is a boxing venue as well.
Okay.
So, but nonetheless, still great fight. Triple G Canelo Alvarez, dope fight. 12 rounds is what every boxer or fan of boxing would ever want to see. And them boys went after it, man. You can see the fucking wounds on their faces. They damn sure went after it, that fight. So congratulations to both of them, but definitely Triple G and Viva la Mexico. So, few more minutes left.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Stay thirsty, my friend. Yeah. So NFL. Let me just jump into my bullshit.
Your team is shit show right now.
Yeah, first 2 weeks they tied with the Browns. Then they lose. They take an actual L that following week to Kansas City. Let Mahomes just run.
That's Kansas City. Why? That's the kind of offense I want. That's the kind of game I want to see. I want to see an NFL team launch that bitch. Yeah. Just go out here.
Well, not only that, special team just clicking.
Let them go and just throw.
They had a lot of great things happening. They getting on the right side of the field, damn near instantly, all punts and shit. And then they just letting it fly with speedsters. They got fucking speed demons all out, all over the damn field. So it's a good time to be a Kansas City fan. You finally got a quarterback that'll launch that motherfucker.
Dude has 10 touchdown passes in 2 games.
Bro, it's only a matter, let's be real, it's only a matter of time before fucking coordinators figure the shit out, watch some tape, and shut it down.
Yeah, but what's going to happen is that you either got to have somebody who can get to him, with a pass. No, what's going to happen is you got to have a pass rush that can get there with a 4-man rush.
And get his ass out that pocket.
Or like, with just the minute. You can't have your line. You can't be rushing 7 with your linebacker stuff because then he gonna eat you up. Yeah, you gotta be able to have your line get to him and cause havoc and put everybody else and get your linebackers and stay everybody in coverage because that's the only thing that's gonna. If he can pick you apart,
yes, it's gonna keep looking like this.
Just find the open man. Yeah, that's what he do.
And not to go too far into that, but that's an absolute fact. And Kansas City fans enjoy this shit because this is beautiful. Back to Pittsburgh, the Le'Veon situation, all fucked in the game. This man should have been signed some years ago, period. Even off the strength of
I don't know if you could have forecasted. I think we all could have forecasted that these fucking salary caps are going to go up astronomically. All right?
Yeah.
If you were going to get a guy signed, you want to have done it at the beginning before that shit happened. Even with the bullshit he had going on, you knew that he was there to play football. Regardless of the weed smoke. You knew he wanted to play fucking football. I
don't even think it's the weed smoke. I don't even think that has anything to do with anything. I think it's how teams value running backs. And I think they want to pay him, like I say, they're, hey, we'll give you this amount. Right. They don't want to give him all of the guaranteed money.
Yeah, because everything we know about the concept of how the running back is viewed,
they don't want to get
age.
And due to his age, they don't want to get. What is going to happen is he's going to come back week 10, week 11, play the rest of the year so that this still counts as a year under contract so that he can be a free agent next year and see what he's going to get in the open market. Will he get a super crazy guarantee?
Highly doubtful.
Who knows? I don't know.
Unless somebody's just willing to sign a fucking checkbook to put their name on the back of the jersey.
I ain't signing him because his bars is trash.
Bars, mad trash, fam.
His bars are mad whack. I expect that from Spartans though.
You set that up. I like that. I'm with you. So
this is for my homeboys who keep consistently taking shots at me, talking about some we be super biased against Michigan State and everything else. So if I can find a way to, I didn't trash their squad. They didn't play last week, so they 1-1. They lost a tough game to Arizona State a couple weeks ago. Whatever. But I can kind of dish you on the periphery. That's just saying fine. You a Spartan, so that's why your bar is trash.
So with that, half of me is like, just let him fucking go.
No.
Another half of me is, I just don't think it should have gotten to this fucking point. At the end of the day, it should have never gotten to this point. I don't give a fuck what's going on. It should have never gotten to this point. On top of that, Antonio Brown missed practice today. I don't really think that's yesterday. Today's fucking Wednesday. No, he missed Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah.
So time to set the sanctions on it. Whatever, they find him. All that good shit in house. Keep it in house. All good. I don't think it's a big fucking deal anyway. This shit happens often. If I ain't feeling shit, I'm gonna miss a day of work. People do that shit on our level. People do that shit at a high level. It's really not that fucking big of a deal.
It's kind of a little bit different though when you are one of the faces of the team, and it's coming right off of a loss where y'all didn't play that great. So the optics,
that happens.
The optics of it is gonna look terrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a shit that we haven't seen in our how many years of watching football.
Secondly, like AB got, him beefing with people on Twitter and beefing with people on Facebook and all of that, and he beefing with an old personnel person from the Steelers. Is like, dog, like
a lot of shit needs to get tightened up from the top down. Yes. If you ask me.
Yes.
So, Rooney family, tighten the fuck up. Because this is a reflection on their ass.
Nah, what this is to be the last year where you see that team as it is. Like, their window is pretty much this day last year that they can possibly do something. Next shit. Le'Veon will be gone next year. Ben is on his last legs.
He ain't on his last legs?
Shit. Okay. Okay.
If you motherfuckers can tell me that Brady can keep playing all these goddamn years.
He ain't Brady.
Shit, his arm is stronger.
How many injuries has Ben? Ben get injured at least twice a year. Ben gonna take one hit. Them knees gonna be gone.
Shit, if he getting hit in the fucking knees, then yeah, your knees will be gone.
Dog, Ben had rib injury, wrist injury. Ben is always hurt. Remember, Ben is also big as shit, so his body, the injuries he sustained.
Yeah, it's different. It's all different.
Yeah, he not. Plus, he don't take the hits. Brady don't take them kind of hits.
No, he curls.
Shit, he's smart.
Nah,
he live to fight another day.
He curls, right? So
get the ball out your hand.
With all that, this ain't the last year of it. The only thing
he been threatening to retire for like 2 years every year. It might be my last year.
Yeah, that was off a real fucked up injury too.
Oh well.
So him being healthy, he fine. He got a few more years. Even still, fucking front office should have saw that shit too.
They did. They drafted a quarterback in the third round this year. What did Ben do? He bitched. Oh, we could have got somebody who could have helped us or something. No, we drafting your replacement because your ass is almost on the way out.
First of all,
this is the thing. The same shit that the New York Giants should have did.
That shit.
You got Eli out here who about to die on the field, and you do not have a backup for him.
That Ben shit was blown way the fuck out of proportion.
But I'm saying it's relative.
No,
but you saying they should be prepared. They are preparing.
Bullshit. They should have been prepared for making sure Le'Veon was fucking signed.
Okay, but dude, they didn't franchise in the last 2 years.
Sign him. Guarantee him.
He don't want. We giving you an offer. You don't want our offer. If you don't want our offer, okay, take this. We gonna franchise you. I'm just giving you the devil's advocate of it. Like, yeah, they should pay him, but okay, you can't say not that they haven't.
That's why I always say it's split down the middle on fault. From that dynamic right there, it's both y'all goddamn fault. You're not getting no fucking younger, and you don't always play a whole season, my G.
Well, I get it like this. He'll be fine going into next year because he's not gonna get the wear and tear on his body. Right. So the tear that he would have got as a running back this year, he's not gonna get because he's not gonna play a whole season. So he's not taking one. He's not gonna get 300 something plus carries. Right. So he's not gonna get all of those hits.
Well, he's only done that once anyway.
Yeah, true.
So,
but I'm saying just like the touches he gets, because he get touches running the ball, he get touches catching the ball, but he's not gonna get that kind of workload. He's not gonna have it this year.
Hell no.
So. He'll be fresh coming in next year. So, yeah, hopefully he can come in next year. Somebody else will pay him.
His other part, too, Le'Veon Bell don't play fucking defense either. So,
oh, no, y'all defense.
so what we really talking about? He don't play defense, cuz. He don't play defense at all. At all.
Yeah, y'all defense is horrible.
Truth be told, Connor ain't the worst replacement at this particular point. He don't play defense at all. He don't cause 4 interceptions. He don't. Receivers and quarterbacks can do that. He don't do that. That's not all on him. So, nonetheless, that's our piece to that. That's probably the most dramatic side of the NFL. Next up, so we got a New England Patriots signing.
Josh Gordon.
That was fast, too.
They had that shit in the fucking world. Some way, somehow, Belichick has a direct line to the Browns. Every so often, he got a direct line to the Browns because he know they ain't shit. They ain't gonna be shit. Some way they still love his ass.
They should have beat y'all. They had a kicker choke the game for him.
Yeah.
And the Browns got that narrative of that the Browns actually have a pretty.
Not have a talented team.
They got some talent on the team.
We don't know it ain't good
though. Dude, you also got a team that they pretty much flipped 70% of the roster from last year. So you got to give them time to gel and time to get come together.
They got a horrible coach.
Nah, I'm not gonna say that.
That motherfucker's terrible.
Nah,
they lost 16 games last year.
Dude, did you see the talent that they had?
They lost 16 games.
They started Deshaun Kaiser.
Same coach.
Deshaun Kaiser.
Same
horrible.
Coach.
You saw when he got in for the Packers last week when Aaron got hurt. You saw what the Packers started doing because he's horrible.
Same coach.
It ain't. No, it don't matter.
What have they done the last several years?
Bro, you can have Bill. I don't think Bill Belichick can make that damn. They might win one game. Dog, they had absolute. You know what their talent level was? The same damn talent that the Lions had when they went 0-16. Because that team was fucking untalented.
Yeah, I said it.
They were horrible.
Coach is trash though, man.
Do
you see any Hard Knocks?
Super trash.
But that's also it's division because he got Ty Haley, who kind of want to undermine him some. So if you got that kind of division, I like you. I'm with dog.
That's different though. That's a different outlook. That's a different outlook. You can be like that, and that's fine. To want to root for the guy that's like, kind of trying to get uprooted.
Like I say,
different motherfucker.
Let's see. Last year, you lost your number one offensive lineman in Joe Thomas, who retired. So you didn't have that. You pretty much had, 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders, you got a bunch of rookies that you put into the game last year.
Right.
And that's who you're relying on. No, your rookies are supposed to complement your team in certain years. They're not supposed to be your main stars coming in their first year.
They lost 16 games, though.
Once again, Deshaun Kaiser. I watched Deshaun Kaiser at Notre Dame, and he wasn't great. And then I watched him last year.
Did he lose 16 games at Notre Dame? Did he lose 12 games at Notre Dame?
Also, Notre Dame didn't play. I mean, Notre Dame wasn't playing a super great schedule every week.
Did they lose 12 games, though?
Like I say,
not a good coach.
Cleveland was trash, but they wasn't.
You're not just putting it fully on the coach. Is what you said. You're
not
even majority.
It's never
on the
fully
coach.
on the coach. It's never.
It's not.
You got to have talent, and you got to have some players that are actually somewhat fucking good.
Is it ironic, as I could take a sentiment off of Stephen A. Smith, that somewhere, somehow, the Patriots always catch a black dude that's been in some bullshit situations?
Hey, man.
Well, he got to come there, straighten up, and fly right, motherfucker. You can't say nothing.
Right place, right time.
Nothing. You can't say
Don't
shit.
cost the Patriots shit, but a 5th-round pick. Oh, well.
At all.
If it work, bet. If it don't work and he ain't on the squad, we get a 7th-rounder back.
He gone. Out of here. So, and to their respect, he's gonna run one route. You know what I mean? Shit.
Nah, cause I think they gonna use him all over the field. Like he will be used to take the top off of defense and to go deep, but you can use Josh Gordon is talented, so you can put him in all kind of situations and get him the ball.
Yeah, that's the dangerous part.
I think early on you might see him used like that, but that's just more of learning the playbook and getting acclimated to the team.
Yeah, 4 games in, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think you'll start seeing him all over the field.
He's still a great football player at the end of the day. Ain't nobody ever doubted that. And I don't blame Cleveland for cutting their ties with him either. I don't blame him. Shit.
At the time, you just kind of
let him
time
go.
to move on. You gotta,
everybody.
We've done what we can do to support for 5 years.
They did. They went far and fucking beyond. Honestly, they did more than enough.
Yeah, because a lot of teams would have cut bait soon as all of that, and Cleveland stood by him for years.
Yeah. So I will say kudos to them on that note. A lot of the NFL is still, but LA's looking good. Gurley's looking.
LA damn jugger. They gonna be.
Yeah, LA's looking good.
Raiders trash.
Raiders are trash. Yeah.
And it's even worse because they
San Fran's trash.
Nah, San Fran ain't trash. But
you don't think they're trash? Oh.
Nah, I mean they're up and coming. The Raiders are trash only because now Gruden has been out talking like, yeah, man, we need to find a pass rush. Like, you just let him go because you couldn't pay him.
Yep.
And you've seen in 2 games, Khalil Mack has dominated both games.
He is literally the most impressive defensive player in the NFL.
He definitely getting he definitely going for defensive player of the year.
Yeah, him and Donald, but it's probably going to be him.
And it's a coincidence that they're the 2 highest paid defensive players in the league.
No fucking wonder. Right. So that Cowboys came out with a big win for themselves last weekend.
Cowboys defense, man. I like their defense. Their offense.
I'm not knocking that at all. But it was against New York, though.
I ain't going to front. I really want them to lose, and I really want them to lose. I needed them to go into the Detroit game 0-3. This is more for my selfish reason because I just want tickets to get cheaper.
True.
True. That's all the reason. I just want tickets to get cheaper for that game. But
it's still a lot of football to be played. A lot of teams are still figuring shit out.
Jags 2-0.
Jags are 2-0, and Jags are fucking good.
They defense is legit.
And it's primarily the offense ain't bad.
That's Borders out there been playing.
That's a dynamic that any team would kill for. It's like a dope ass defense and a good offense
that don't lose you games.
That don't fucking lose.
And last
games.
week they didn't.
That was them last year.
Borders made plays to actually win the game last week, or
that was them last
year. Keep the game going.
That was their whole.
Last year Borders was more of a liability because Borders.
You think so?
Yeah, Borders was kind of he wasn't great last year.
He probably
this year he has the first 2 games. He's been making plays that keeps the offense on the field and keeps drives going.
That's a luxury.
That's keeping your defense fresh. So then they come back in
and if he can actually read other teams' defenses, they're gonna be dangerous as fuck as the year goes on.
He getting there.
Yeah, he's still kind of. I won't say he's young. I think he's finally just getting it when it's all said and done. He probably got the right QB coach now and all kind of good shit. Great running back. First of all, he got an actual running back that can carry him through games now. And not to say he had bad running backs in the past, but Leonard Fournette is a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
It's a different thing.
What I got is who is, and I know we gotta get out here in a minute. Is our boy, when we hold up high on this show,
Jamie is. Well, when you got Fitzmagic putting on gold chains and got his motherfucking afro beard out,
is he gonna get his spot back, or have we? I think he will come back. He's gonna get back in the line because you gotta see what you really got in him. Because the next year, the year you got to think about. You gotta into the offseason. Are we gonna pay him or are we gonna let him go?
Right.
So I wonder, but honestly, if they come out next week, because next week they on. I mean, this week they are on Monday night. I think they're on Monday night.
When this all said,
yeah. Oh yeah, Monday night. It's the Bucks and the Steelers. Yeah, he come out there and bomb the Steelers. One, I'ma laugh because I'm gonna laugh. Because motherfuckers laughed at me after Monday night when the Lions got there and made Sam Darnold look like he's about to go out here and be player of the year in one game. And next thing you know, it's the Darnold train going. And I'm like, pump your brakes. Our defense trash.
And it's one game.
They still adjust. But if Ryan Fitzpatrick come out there and hit y'all for 400,
that would be fucking horrible.
Yeah.
And it can happen.
And then they're gonna end up getting my boy Omar Epps fired, man.
They've been trying to call that black man fuck coach's job for the last several years, and they keep going to the playoffs, and a lot of teams don't.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So when it comes to some shit like at 2 fucking games in, the first game was in bad weather, and the QB didn't play up to snuff. Couple tip balls, I give you that. It's okay.
But they were playing the Browns. The Browns went 0-16. The Browns track. Remember? Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
y'all struggled against the Browns, and the Browns probably should have won this week.
The Browns came back in the 4th.
Okay.
So, but at the same time, shit, like I said, you got 4 fucking interceptions. A lot of teams gonna play bad with 4 fucking interceptions. Their big deal, they need to win this fucking week. Period. Point blank. They need to win Monday.
Damn, I just realized the Browns, both their games they lost. They lost because their kicker is trash, which they got rid of that kicker.
And there was 17 missed field goals.
Yes, dude.
Minnesota,
yeah.
That one was bad.
Dude, he choked it. I wanted him to choke, though, because I wanted them to end in the tie, but that's just more because I don't want.
The division.
Yeah. Once again, y'all know where my allegiance lie.
Yeah. I pretty much knew where you were going with that.
Yeah. I was hoping it happened. It was funny.
That was, shit. Who else was it? Fucking,
Well, Green Bay missed the field goal prior to that.
Because it was the Browns and the Saints this past weekend.
Yep, that game. Yeah, it was, man. Like you said, it was 17 minutes.
Minnesota.
You got one job. You got kick field goals. That's what you do. Now you missing 55 yards or something. Okay, fine.
Yeah, but a bunch of those were extra points.
Yeah, they missed extra points. Dude from Minnesota missed like a 30-yard field goal that would have won in overtime.
Ugh.
You know, shanked it left, Ray Finkel style.
It was 19 missed kicks with the extra points and shit.
Yeah. Well, the extra points, you knew there was going to be more misses with that once they moved it back to the 15 yards. So you kicking it
not 19 in the weekend total.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm saying, but I mean, the field at that point, the extra point has been back there for 3 years now. So you should be used to that now. You're not kicking.
You should be.
You know, it's a 33-yard extra point almost. Right. So
still a lot of football left to play.
It is, man. It's only week. It's week 3, man.
It's week 3. Oh, but we all know by that 4th week, you pretty much know what the fuck you're dealing with. Because you done had preseason, camp, and 4 games.
It's about time to like, hey, if you ain't starting to tank, you might want to.
Right. Let's be fucking real.
Because I'm letting it be known, if the Lions is 0-4 after week 4, let's go ahead and hit the tank button.
Get this shit out the way now. So
don't all of a sudden get on the roll and finish 8-8.
Oh,
so no. So that I'm drafting at like 20 again.
No, doggy.
Running in place, doggy.
No offense to these kids that get drafted at 25 through 30.
No. Those aren't the team. Those aren't the players that are going to change
at all,
your squad. They're not going to make your squad go from this to this.
Nope.
They're not team changers. Nope. They are great complementary pieces.
Absolutely.
That teams that finish in that point, pretty good teams.
Yeah.
You put them on and they get you to that next level.
100% agree.
But if you just a middle of the road ass team, you just drafting a bunch of middle of the road ass players, and you just gonna continue to be middle of the damn road.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, we're gonna see what's happening after week 4, of course, with everybody's teams.
All right, before we got one last thing we gotta talk about.
What up, though?
Fuck that, I'm out there. I quit. I'm tired.
Why you quitting?
Because I'm Vontae Davis.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay, we're going to take a couple minutes to get into this.
There ain't need nothing to get into. You can't just leave at halftime, dog.
If your ass ain't got it, and this ain't, it ain't just happening at that moment.
I should have quit at like 8-10.
It ain't
just walk at 9-10 and just be like, you know what? I ain't feeling it no more. I ain't got it in me.
Because the natural reaction would be, what the fuck kind of person just leaves in the middle of the show?
Yeah.
Now, it would be different if you had been like mentally and emotionally abused over time.
Bro, you still could have.
But this ain't overnight. That'd be the thing with the Vontae Davis thing. It ain't just happened.
Dog, you cannot come in at halftime, be in your locker like, you know what?
I'm done with this shit.
Like, you know what, man? Where my hat? I ain't even taking my uniform. I'm about to just get in the car. No, if you can't play, you don't want. You feel like you can't play no more. Coach, I'm hurt. I'm something. I don't have it. I can't go out there. But you still on the sideline and you retire after the game. You know what people say? Hey man. He gave it his all. Vontae Davis is retiring just because he just don't have it. He stepping away. That's fine. You can't leave at halftime. Coach and gave a speech, and everybody in there like, all right, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and you like
out the door.
Then you wait for the last word to leave the locker room like
you done called an Uber and shit. Like, man,
he ain't take no shower
and fuck them clothes. Oh, he walked out in his tights and cleats and shit.
He ain't clean out his locker. He like, man, he went and got the rollie out. Like, you know what?
I need to get up out.
Where my keys at? Called the valet. Like,
you know what's real? You know, make it real bad if he like got his charger out the wall.
Oh, he ain't leave the charger. Nobody leaves a charger.
For some odd reason, you can't ever find one when you want one. So
right.
we'll go ahead and get this charger real quick. Vontae Davis, he pulled a stunt. Not that everybody's in agreement with it, but I am in agreement with people retiring from a cutthroat business like that.
No, I don't mind you retiring.
Right.
Don't retire at halftime.
That is the biggest problem of it.
Yes, you played in Buffalo. Yes, we know.
Buffalo super trash.
It's Buffalo, but
it's fucking Buffalo.
Still.
And maybe he was trying to beat the weather.
You could have beat the
forecast.
You could have beat the weather after the game.
Could have saw.
Were you trying to beat traffic? You trying to hit the 405 or something?
He might have been trying to hit a Rick James Memorial. Maybe it was getting close to the time they were cutting off for tickets, and he like, this is the only time I get to do this. I'm sick of this.
Like I say, I have no problem with him. Hey, you realizing that you ain't got it, fine.
It's just not a
halftime.
Well, no. Not a halftime without telling nobody.
Yeah, you just dip like.
If it's at halftime, you like, man, fuck this shit.
He did like
I can't do it no more.
He was out there like he's on half baked, like he's Scarface. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
He didn't get nobody to you cool.
Mm-mm.
He just said fuck all y'all.
I'm out.
That's the problem. But I do understand retiring, getting out of there. If you just ain't got it mentally no more, you ain't got it. It's just really hard to fathom that any other person will do this again ever in the history of sports, ever in the history of fucking sports.
Like I'm glad he retired because ain't no coming back.
Oh, no, he done.
Ain't no coming back.
He done. Nah, he done. And I think he knows he's done.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that.
And he seems cool with it also. So
it's one of them things in life. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And yeah, you ain't really do that right. So let's get the fuck up out of here, man. Scalpers Sports Report. Happy motherfucking Wednesday. Damn, that's it.
We ain't had no Cavassier, but you know,
fuck.
We did have some dark.
Close enough. Scalpers, we gone. I ain't about to.